welcome to my channel. So this morning I had a bit of a realization of why is it that I'm still not happy. I created happiness for myself the beginning of this year. Me and my fella split up, and do you know what, I kind of said to myself, well, if he doesn't love me, I love me. And I kept just putting compassionate energy into myself and saying it over and over, that I love you body, don't really care if he doesn't, but I do, I love you. He does love me, but he's on his own journey, and it's just that we can be together, but it's just that he's gone on his path and I'm going on mine. So basically, and I was happy for some time until we got back together, and then he's messing me about again. But I kept thinking to myself, why can't I get that back? Why can I not get back that happiness that I created for myself? Because it shouldn't have left. It should have stayed with me. And I know I get targeted sometimes in not a very nice way spiritually by silly people, but it hasn't really got anything to do with them, because I don't give them any power. I keep my own power and just say they have no power over me whatsoever in their little games. But then I kept thinking, well, if it's definitely not that. There's something else going on. So this morning, after my meditation, because I have started meditating again, and getting back in myself, because I know I've been on an up and down path physically with my health and stuff like that. And I'm like, right. So I kind of said to myself, where did my happiness go? For starters, and I might cry, but I don't care. So where did my happiness go? Where in the point in my life did I stop being happy? And you can say this to yourself as well. Where is it? So I realised I was 20. I was 19, 20 when my happiness went, because that's when I stopped listening to my body. My body's not happy with me because I don't listen to her enough. And I'm just learning at the age of 40 how to listen to myself again. And it is really hard when you've been shut off all that time of not being happy with yourself. Because when you're happy with yourself, you're happy with others. And you're healthy and you come more clean with yourself and others. And you don't want to see anything nasty get on another person. And I'm not like that anyway. Never have been, never will be. And, wow, sun's really shining bright now behind me, because the sun agrees with me. And basically, I said to myself, so when did it happen? I was 20. What did I do in my 20s? And this is a pattern, an up and down pattern that I have with men. And it stems from being this age, because I finished with my first ever partner, my first love of my life, when I got with him when I was 16, and we finished when I was 19, because he kept putting me on this up and down path that I've had most of my time with men, and it hasn't been a nice journey either. But anyway, so I was like, right, that's when the pattern started. I know this already, because I've already talked about this, I've already healed this. But when I went away on holiday by myself, and this is why I change when I go away, I guess, as a person, because I'm more me, I'm free, and then when I come back home, I'm like, back to my normal self. And I don't need to be back to my normal self. I can still be that happy person when I'm away. So I was happy when I went away. Yes, I did have a holiday romance at the age of 19, my only one and first one. I would have had another one, but I didn't go through with it. And basically, And I just said to myself, right, what happened then? I didn't listen to myself. I didn't listen to myself because when I come back off holiday, that same person, my first love of my life, wanted to get back with me. And I kind of just went inside, my insides were like, no, I don't want you to get back with this person. But I ignored my insides. And I got back with them. And yeah, it's really hard. It's hard because I felt like I'd always be with him. And he was a dick. Let's just say he was a dickhead. We was young and he wanted to experience life. Although I did find out later on in life to cheat on his wife, so he's never changed really. It's only me that has, which I found bizarre. And I guess I stopped my own happiness. And then I kind of asked, because obviously if you've not watched my other video, I do a technique with my fingers, pendulum technique. The answer is yes, it goes up. The answer is no for me. It might be different for you. It goes down when it's no. So I kind of said to myself, have I been happy throughout my 20s? No, I haven't. Because then I went on a bit of a weird journey with myself. And it wasn't dark. It was just a lot of mistakes. And it caused me to have trauma in all these mistakes that I made in my 20s. But I wasn't really happy. I had episodes where I had moments where I was happy. I was happy when I get married. I was happy, but it wasn't right. I still wasn't listening to my body. And I feel why... And this is probably why my gut doesn't work properly. And why I have so many problems in my gut. And I feel sorry for my gut. I feel sorry for the person that was 20 who wasn't happy. And I do think that I would have had a completely different life if I listened to myself back when I was 20. And now I'm 40, looking 20, but I'm 40, and I want to live my rest of my living happy and listening to myself. And I guess I've got used to being in that cycle. Like, everybody gets in this cycle. It's not just me. We just get in a cycle of not listening to ourselves, not making our own foundation, because everybody puts themselves in our foundation, and it's about us putting our own foundation together in the way we want to live. And I know how I want to live. I struggle doing it. And I think I would have lived like that through all my 20s if I didn't have the shit people around me that I had. If I just said no and stood up for myself and left a long time ago. But I have to make the choices now. I have to stop living like this and put boundary on myself, not on others anymore, but boundaries to myself, and discipline myself and say, that's not good for me, but this is, and I have to do what this is. So this is why I wanted to do this video, because I wanted somebody else to see what stopped making you happy. It isn't just about love, because the government has that belief system on the society about love, and it's completely different when you stop the love shit from society. We actually miss out the word happiness in society. Nobody really knows what it is, and it's that I've been looking for and trying to find. Not really love. Love can come after. When I feel happy, I love myself anyway. And when I feel happy with another, I love them just the same. Because that's what I feel like what happiness is the true compassion. And it's the true thing that we're all looking for. And to be happy with the body as well that we already have. That's what we came on this planet for. The purpose of life is being true to yourself and living that life as happy. Not grey, not stupid dark shit what people keep on about, because that just gives me a headache, because it's not true, it's not real. It's just a speck of an imagination that somebody else created. And you got to think, what are you creating for yourself? Are you still creating that shit? Or are you creating the light of happiness? Because that's what the light is. Happiness. Nothing else. Just joy. So sit with yourself today in silence, in peace, and just say, okay, buddy, what do you want to do today that will make you happy? The first thing that came up for me, my body just went, I want you to heat something fresh. I want fresh food. I want fresh food. So I'm about to cook myself some purple onions, because I've learned that's what I can eat, as well as these lovely green beans from the farm that they grow themselves, and rice. And my body is happy with that. So that's what I'm going to cook. And then I just kept sitting and thinking, right, so that's what my body wants. But why am I still not happy? Why am I still not having the emotion of happiness? What would make me happy today? Just going for a walk in nature, in the sun, makes me happy. Body might not agree because I'm not well at the moment. But you have to do what makes you happy, but what makes your body happy. Your body is the one that's in. We trauma controls body way too much than what it should do. And our wounded self controls body way too much as what it should do. And it's like, it is actually how bodies should be controlling us and what our body wants. Because our body would be an actual healing machine full of fucking vibrant energy, eating healthy, drinking pure water, and thriving in this lifestyle. Thriving in your life. You wouldn't really get sick. You wouldn't have to destroy yourself to be yourself, because you would already be. That's what we're supposed to teach our kids as well. Boundaries. Listen to themselves when they don't want to do something, and we should not push shit on our kids either and control them into giving us a hug and to giving them a kiss. And I'm so grateful that I have two nieces that I say to them, and they do it. I said to them when they was really, really young, if you don't want Grandad to hug you, you don't want me to hug you, you're allowed to say no and not get that hug. And so they shove themselves away if they don't want a hug. If they want a hug, they'll just come up to me and run because they've not seen me for a while and give me a hug. But if I'm leaving and they don't want to give me a hug, I won't give them one. I'll just be like, that's fine, I'll see you later. Because then they have control on their body and self-control on their bodies when they're taught that. Our parents of our generation don't get that shit because they wasn't taught it themselves. And yeah, so I'm being told something now. So if I stayed with my adopted parents, right, and I'm hoping that my family don't watch this, but if I stayed with my adopted parents, they just said to me, you have some compassionate love that's in the gene from my birth mom, because my birth mom is actually a bit more loving than what I got growing up. And someone just said to me, I don't know if it's my new crystal that I've got or whether it was my grandma. So that is running through me, which is nice that I got that bit. Thank you, Mother. And thank you for Spirit for telling me that. So yeah, I like making these videos because it helps me to clear, but it also helps others. I know they do. I know in my past videos they're a bit up and down in what I'm saying, but that's because I wasn't grounded enough. So every day I have decided to sit with myself and say to myself, what does my body want to do to make it happy? What does myself want to do to make me happy? It's about filling my own cup, so this is the way I've got to do it. No one has taught me. It's just me, myself, saying, right, what am I going to do? Got to listen to my body and stop ignoring my body, for starters, and listen. And it's not going to be hard. I've just got to do what I say and feel. Jay was dead good at that, and I'm proud of him. Proud of him for being like that. He has taught himself really well how to live down in his plane. I do wish I was the same age as him, because we'd still be together. But anyway, I'm not, and I have to move on and move forward. And so I'm taking on a new adventure and a new journey with myself. And that's how it's going to be, finding my own happiness, which I have done energetically already, and no one can take that away from me, really. Think they can, but can't. Just silly. So yeah, what age were you when your happiness went? What can you do to build that happiness back within yourself? And how can you listen to your body? And remember, you can use a pendulum to ask these questions if you get stuck, like with what age and what it is that you want to know. I would do Ho'oponopono. Have a feeling that for me to heal this, it is about talking like this, like psychology, but it's also to find that way. Is it shaking therapy? No, because I've already done it energetically. Is it just me doing affirmations? No, it isn't. Is it me just asking myself every day, what do I want to do to achieve in... And it's only got to be one thing, not a list, just one thing in that day that you have time to do. Of the body, ask the body, yes, and ask myself what I want to do to make me happy. And it isn't anything else, it's just that for me. But do I need to heal it with Ho'oponopono? No, I don't, because I'm flicking my fingers in the background. So I feel like me just doing that in the morning when I get up after meditation, I sit with myself and just say, and my grounded meditation as well. I know people are still watching that as well. I'm like, oh, it's had so many views. People are still doing it. Thank you so much. But I just feel like, yeah, go and find your happiness. Because that's what we're really here for. And I know nature brings me happiness. I only have to sit there and I feel the energy of nature. And nature is so happy. Like, it doesn't really give a shit what's going on the planet. Because it's still got the same energy frequency. They can't really do no to it. I know why, but I'm not going to say why. I'm going to keep that to myself. Because there's no way I'm letting anyone ruin this planet. And yeah, so I'm going to get going now and make my fresh food that my body wants me to have to make it happy. Listen to my body as well now. From now on, from this day forth, I have to listen to my body. Not really myself, because I control it. And sometimes me controlling stuff doesn't work for me. But me working with my body works for me. And so yes, that's what I'm going to do. So bye everybody, take care. Please like and subscribe to my page and share as well. Might be good some advice to somebody that's having problems with their mental health, because this is what I do the videos for. It's for your mental health, basically, to help you to say, actually, I can go and be happy. I don't need to sit and be miserable all the time and be poorly. I can go and figure this out myself. You have inner knowing in yourself, and when you do shifts spiritually or shifts on your own inner knowing, they will just come out to you. Like, I don't really need to go to a healer or another person to tell me what I need healing with. Myself tells me every single day. So yes, so thank you very much for listening, and take care everybody. Bye.